Hello guys, here is a diagrammatic representation of my buy setup. This is the setup which I use each time I want to enter a buy trade. This is the exact setup which I use. So I'll be explaining to you guys this very simple setup. The most important thing is to keep trading very simple. And before I get into a setup like this, I focus on one or two concepts or two aspects. First of all, I look at the market structure. Second, I try to identify areas of liquidity. Third, I go into spotting out and marking out my demand or supply zones. And since we are in a buy setup, I'll talk of demand zone. First of all, in starting, I always like to try to identify the direction of the market. Is the market bullish or the bearish? So if we try to see that price is falling down and it starts creating a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and in creating this structure, we notice that liquidity which was created around this zone on the left side is being taken out, and then the price reaches a higher time frame demand zone here, and we see a reaction. First of all, we must ensure that price must have taken enough liquidity. Price must have swept enough liquidity on the left hand side. And once we see a reaction here, what are we expecting? We are expecting for price to for this area to provide a reaction to price which will permit price to be pushed up and to break the previous high to form a higher high, which is telling us now there is a potential for price to start buying upwards. So for price to start buying upwards, what do we see? We need to see change of structure from bearish to bullish. And secondly, in so doing, there must be another demand zone within a lower time frame being formed based because of this move which caused the break of structure. We should be able to see a demand zone here being formed here. Once the demand zone is formed and we see a change of character to the upside, we should be able to also identify areas of liquidity. So once we are able to identify all the areas of liquidity, we are simply supposed to wait for a retracement in price. Price will continue to retrace until it's able to come down into our demand zone and we enter our trade. Until price comes into our demand zone, we are not supposed to get emotional and enter the trade. You understand, guys? This is the simple setup I use. And once we enter the trade, taking profit is very simple. We are supposed to target the earliest possible area of liquidity that we think price might come to sweep out that liquidity. Understand my concept, guys. In my concept, I focus mainly on three aspects: market structure, liquidity, demand and supply zones. Here, liquidity was taken. Here, we identified market structure. Here, we identify our demand zones because we're in a buy trade. And that's simple, guys. Thanks for watching. And in my next video, I'll provide also my sales setup and try to explain it. The buy setup and the sales setup is the same. It's just the directional change. Here we focus on buy going to upside, in sales setup focus on sales coming to the downside. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, comment, and share. Guys, stay blessed and stay safe.